Hello, friends. We're back. More importantly, I'm back after a week long being gone.
How it is.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, we are back, but I'm physically back from a different place where I wasn't capable of doing anything, is the gist. I was in the America for a week for work stuff, so that's why the last review was early and this one is late. Should be back to normal now, but, you know, who knows? Things always happen. This is, what, week 4, I think? Yes. That's what I have in the title, anyway. And that means we are going to be doing match reviews. We're going to look at one match from REL 1 and one from REL 2A. I'm recovering from a cold, so if there's a cough or two, please forgive me. Shall we just jump right into the first game, or do we have anything to go about? You're not saying anything.
No, I was snuggling with my beard.
First game, here we go. The first game we're going to watch is Khalerick and the Red Joker. We've got Brett's and we've got Nurgle. This one had some sort of implications for standing, certainly. And we thought it would be fun because Khalerick gets a boatload of inducements, and I wanted to see what he would do with it. And what he has done with it is a wizard and Griff. So I'm excited to see what Griff does. Are you ready to go?
Yeah. It looks like the Brett's chose to receive and lost the fan factor roll for the record. You ready to go?
Yep. 3, 2, 1, play. There he is. Look at this good boy.
Yeah, that's the only inducement I see.
Wizard.
The wizard and Griff.
Yep.
Used to have a rostered Griff, but not anymore.
Yeah, in that he had a plus agi, plus strength blitzer. Oh, T-Self. Hello. G-Self is rating. Welcome along to the Div review.
Are you done dicing those Necro into the ground? Because that looked pretty brutal when I was watching it a minute.
Look at this boy. I'm just going to keep staring at Griff. Blodge, Vend, Sure Feet, Sprint, Strength 4, Edgy 4, Movement 7. Oh, he's so good.
There, I've got a new emote. It looks horrible.
It does. He's a loner, but, you know, he has a free reroll on, like, everything that matters, so...
Mm-hmm. Quick snap, pretty good here. Could put a blocker underneath it. I suspect he will not do that. Oh, he will. Goes for the free attempt at a catch. I guess you don't care about running it on a block. You can always hand off to Griff or someone.
No, if he was against elves, you probably like wouldn't want to because you'd want to pick it up with the sure hands guy. But against Nurgle, who are not really going to cage dive, I mean, Tradagor might, but like they're not going to strip ball you. You don't really care that it's on like the wrestle guy, and it's just a free chance. Does not get a
good mighty blow hit. Does get a good plus strength hit. Plus strength is basically mighty blow.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Good SPP there on the plus strength guy, pushing him a little bit closer to that oh so important guard.
Yeah, guard on the plus strength would be really nice for this team.
The Bretts in my division took strip ball as their first level on a blocker, and I thought that was interesting.
Your only strength access player.
They are wrestle, so I kind of understand the kind of processing that happened there, but
yeah, I mean, so do I. But
I like guard and I like mighty blow a bit better.
Yeah, I just think you don't want to pass them up when you don't have any other strength access. You kind of want guard for a team with no strength.
Yeah, as I say, if you move out of there, you can't chain push this Rotter free. Not that you're like super psyched to do that. Oh, is gonna do the handoff.
Are we vanity passing? Maybe. Nope, just a handoff.
Instantly coming in with a hit here on one of these peasants. Gets him down. Claw mighty blow.
On AV7.
Save you now, but AV7 is
too strong. It does let us squish the beast in.
Yeah, it's a good spot for the beast. Does need to be careful to back it up, but does have the guard to do so pretty well.
Yep.
We're just going to go full base on all these peasants. I think that makes sense. They're edgy 4 or 2 rather. Edgy 4 peasants.
I had one of those once.
He is going to aggressively abuse Khalerick's lack of guard here, and there's nowhere to really put the guard, most importantly. With the positioning on these players, There's nowhere really nice to throw it. You could toss it in here next to this Nurgle Warrior, but that's why Brash Cores is here, because he's going to hit you back. Of course, it is Blodge, or Raj, I should say. So
tying up the Agi2 peasants who are also likely to not dodge away and then take, Mighty Blow hits in return is nice.
We're going to see...
You have to be careful, though, because, there's Griff, who's...
Appearance fail. Gets the...
Rerolls it.
Gets the Dauntless, but then fails the block, gets a 1 in 9. So now he has his Raj guard piece based up against Claw Mighty Blow, which is a bit scary. Can get a 1 die on the beast and gets a knockdown. That's really nice. Stand firm there.
Yeah, he's got to be... The Nurgle have to be a little careful about not getting crazy tied up, because like with Griff and the Agi Blitzer, we could do like a pretty serious pass, run, score play. Like there's a lot of movement that can be covered with 2 movement 8s.
Goes Griff Uberwald, whatever. Just running off to be the hero.
I mean, he's in scoring. Like I said, he's in scoring range now, and it's a 2+ catch. So.
Yep, it's a 2+ catch, and he has catch, right?
No, but it's a 2+.
Yes.
And if you try to blitz him, he's Blodge Fen, so good luck.
Yeah, and Gishmogorz is out of range. Ooh, really stupid on the beast there is very...
Ooh, that's a handy, really stupid.
Yeah. Guess Gishmogorz, yeah, gonna come in here for a hit on the Star Blitzer. Does get him down on a POW. Sidestep, keeping him in the way a little bit, but a stun is a little annoying for sure. Now this ball is very under threat. The Nurgle are not upset if the Brett's fast score here, of course.
No,
and
not particularly.
There are enough players to tie up Griff to at least give him something to worry about. Block peasants. Practically cheating.
Yeah, I would have...
Doesn't have block, dies. Block is a good skill.
Oh, that one's dead. Yeah. Bert after reading. Yeah, you're in the future.
He's not currently doing anything to tie up. Oh, he's not gonna...
He's not gonna... Well, that's what I was... I don't like this. What I was gonna say is that if he hit the peasant with block and just pushed him, he could have chain pushed the blocker off the Nurgle Warrior and then blocked the other peasant, and that would have freed up the Nurgle Warrior, and he could have used the Nurgle Warrior to both mark Griff and put him in stink. And he's going to be... You've got a threat on the ball, and your opponent's going to be way less likely to just huck it to Griff when it's a 3+ that you can't really reroll reliably.
Alright, this is a fun chain push.
It turns out we're not going to do that anyway, but this is hilarious. We're going
to put Griff in danger, though. Oh, that's foul appearance number 2 of the turn.
You're ahead.
Number 3 does not do it, though.
There's foul appearance.
It's okay, the peasant comes to the rescue.
That was a 3+ Black Cat, not a 2+.
1 in 9. Oh no, does not 1 in 9. Just chooses to wrestle there to clear a hole for the ball.
Well, and if he decided to not wrestle, he would have turned over.
No, he had a push, but yes.
Oh, I see. Could have taken a push. Yes.
Dodges out here. That was scary. If that had been a 1 in 9, of course he would have.
Oh yeah, at the end, Black Cat.
Oof, making all the dice. There is a fairly easy 2 die on this ball, it must be said.
Still stupid.
It is tackleless. You can get the tackle guy in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you can't actually.
I mean, you can if you're willing to roll a dodge, but
I don't think so.
On the ball, yeah.
We're talking about Gishmogorz? I'm not talking about Gishmogorz.
Oh,
yes.
I was talking about Tratagor.
I didn't think Tratagor had the range.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double GFI and a dodge, but yeah.
Oh. Instead, chooses to go for the blocker. Does not get him down. Blockers are annoying like that, but does get this rather irritating piece onto the ball. Immediate 1 die. Oh,
in your head.
It was actually immediate.
1 die.
I don't know how I'm getting ahead. I'm not skipping anything.
Well, stream slows me down a microsecond, so it adds up.
Yeah. I do not have cutscenes off. Cutscenes are on and not being skipped. I don't even have my hand on the keyboard.
And this is what I'm worried about as the Nurgle here. Like, sure, you can tie up all kinds of peasants and stuff, but eventually a Blitzer is just going to get free, and they're so much faster than you that if you're not careful... Oh, Griff, 1 in 9s, or 1 in 36s, actually, because he's
no, that was a 1 in 9.
Oh, it was into a tackle zone.
He was stuck. He did snake. It was actually a 4+. So now there's an easy 2 die on this ball, obviously. Horns is a good skill.
So is tackle.
That was actually a 4+ dodge, so it was only a 1 in 4.
Okay. Never
It
mind.
was a snake. So no matter what he was trying to do, he would have failed.
I just saw the snakes and got excited.
Yeah, but that's not a meaningful way of looking at it.
No, it is not.
When you have many fail conditions, it doesn't matter whether they're 1s or 3s.
You still failed. Here comes the 2 die. That'll do it.
You're me now.
That's good, because I don't spoil things.
You don't. It's true. Ball is down. Can it be picked up? It can.
Yeah, in the hands of the X, just a 2+. That's nice.
I mean, it must be said there is not a lot of protection on this ball. Ooh, Claw Mighty Blow doing a thing. Just a stun on the strength guy.
Oh.
2 heads Gishmogor going for a run. Ooh, or not.
Does
Failed
make
the
it.
dodge. It's the second one. Again, not really protecting him, but you know. Oh, okay, that helps.
Kind of.
I would say casual 3+ no reroll, but I think the Bretts have had a couple of those too. So.
I mean, it doesn't
Everybody-
really, because we have a guard piece, so it does literally nothing.
Oh yes, he did. Oh, actually, he dodged off of a tackle piece. I think that was a mistake because now he's just freed up a tackle piece to hit the ball.
And he also freed
This
up
was,
the guard to make this weird eye cage not do anything.
Yes. I think that was ill-advised. Gets a break for his troubles.
That's
Stun on the legend.
at least the scatter worked out okay for the Nurgle.
Scatter is, yeah, so that's a 4. No, well, that's a, yeah, I guess there were
So
several very bad scatters, but actually that was the best case scenario now that I think about it. But the 4+ works because of sure hands, but the dodge does not. Khalerick not getting any luck, and that's a terrible scatter.
The good news is the ball carrying Pestigor is still stunned, so I mean,
I think Gishmogors can carry the ball in a pinch.
he's got wrestle, which makes it a little scary. You could also pick it up on.
Strength 4, though.
Yeah, that's true. So that's probably who you pick it up with.
Fend OP. Gishmogors rolls a 1 in 9, though. So that's not a thing. Not picking up the ball this turn unless we dodge. Ooh, Call Mighty Blow on a peasant. Dead Peasant Society is only chaos.
Not dead, unlike the other peasant who is dead. And the failed dodge. We try to reroll it though,
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd reroll that.
and then we fail the pickup because we don't have a reroll for it. Well,
Might have been worth re-rolling the Gishmogor block instead, but I guess he was going to push him onto the ball, so he was going to make it harder. Wrestle was good enough in that case. I understand the reason.
we have two rerolls. I think we. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say I feel like we clear the ball and then pick up with the like blodge fend sidestep guy because he's annoying to knock over. He blitzes with him and then picks it up. So little bit less movement, so you wouldn't have had to roll the GFI if you had done that.
Did promptly fail.
If you had blitzed with like the wrestle blocker guy or whatever. Oh no, he's on a rotter. Never mind. I guess you had to do it this way.
Okay. Can't make any more dodges. I think we're gonna see a spicy foul question. What are we gonna do about this Pestigor that's on the ground with a casual free 2-die? Oh, we're gonna dodge it with guard, which is something, but
Yeah, we're just
Not
protecting.
enough.
We're protecting the ball. I mean, it's pretty much
yeah, it's not very protected.
what
one
it comes
must
down
say.
to.
Yeah, I don't like the positioning on Griff. I guess he was worried about someone running around, but this is Nurgle. If Griff is one square to the right, sure, there's more chain push opportunities, but you do provide an anti-assist on Tradagor, so we can't get the 1-die.
It's your own drive. You want to be pretty like aggressive about actually getting the score here, or things are going to be bad in the second half. So I like.
Oh, he 100% needs to score here.
So,
but I think he's quite likely to. I don't see an easy way for the Nurgle to get in here.
No, but I meant
2.
I'm happy that he's like he tried hard to protect the ball more than anything else. Rather than
Yeah,
like
but
the
I think he could
fouls.
have done a better job protecting the ball. Is what I was saying.
I thought you meant like for the foul aspect.
No. No, I mean if Griff was one square over, he would be providing an anti-assist.
That's a 1. Followed by not a 1.
Gishmogor is
Oh,
really
that's a
good
1.
at eating rerolls. Star players, guys. This is what they do.
Fail. Yeah, a lot of
Christian is
snakes.
softly cursing
double
about
skull.
Ori in the blind forest. Jesus Christ, these teams.
You guys need to be better at rolling dice, like both of you.
Oh, that's an easy stall to score next turn, though.
We could technically score this turn, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why would you? Yeah.
You'd have to roll GFIs with no reroll, and you give your opponent a 2-turn.
I love Griff's voice lines.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like got normal voice lines, just kind of manlier. Peasant coming in for a hit here. I don't like this because on a failed hit, on a failed knockdown there, you just gave away a free Claw Mighty Blow hit on a much better piece. But it does work out.
And it lets him get a player
Sadly,
in the way.
Can't blitz and foul, unfortunately.
Blitz foul.
I mean, he'd love to, I think, here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Player sitting there. There's a Nurgle warrior hanging out with 2 assists. He's really... It's like he's worried about this ball, but there's no one that can really get to it.
I think it was more about taking that Agi Blitzer away from all the claw than protecting the ball. It's like, here's all of the kill on this team is in a little square, so you just run away from the square.
Yeah, that's fair.
Run away from the death cube.
This beast
has been a moron. Yes,
not a quality animal.
That's D grade beef right there.
I think we're gonna go pow fishing on this blodger. I don't know what we're hitting.
Something with the Nurgle warrior.
Blitzing with. Oh, okay, we're hitting Griff on several GFI.
Well, we made him.
And the 6s. Fend. Will Fend save him?
Oh, goodbye, Griff.
No,
so that was 6-6-6 push. Was that set of dice? Not that it really mattered. Then, well, okay, there goes your 400k.
Is Griff 400k? Christ.
I don't know. He's really expensive.
I get like 300 something.
I don't know. I just picked a number. He's very expensive. And he didn't actually do that much other than protect the ball.
About the crowd.
320.
It's got Minotaurs in it. How did the Minotaurs get to their seats?
With difficulty.
With a body cam?
They were grown there.
Are Minotaurs grown? Canonically?
Well, from like a baby Minotaur.
Oh, I see.
Like they just put a baby in the seat.
He was raised in the stands.
Grown, raised. Those are the same word. They mean the same thing. Children. That's the plan, yeah. However they want is also a good answer.
So, despite losing 2 players, Khalerick still has a bench of 2.
Well,
it's good for him.
We have a boatload of peasants.
Nurgle still have a bench of 1. So,
well, Griff
not appropriate number of peasants.
Griff not being as effective as you'd like. He kind of failed a few things and then stood there. But at least the standing there meant he got hit instead of someone else. But that's like a very expensive Apo.
Yep, but I mean, he did some stuff, I guess. And this is pretty much ideal for Khalerick. He's going into the opponent's drive with a wizard and a full bench. You know, things are looking good, and he scored, of course.
Are we setting up for a 1-turn against a bunch of Fend players?
You know, kind of looks like we are. Southern Gladiator takes a rock and is fine. Oh, it doesn't put a hole in it, amusingly, because it was the one.
Wow. If someone's going to get hit by a rock, it's that one.
I mean, Fend isn't too much of a deterrent a lot of the time. So this is going to be a bit of an undertaking for the Joker. Oh, kills another one.
70 SPF Sunclogger is dead. I don't know what that means, but I like it.
You needed him to not die there, so... Well, you also needed him to not get knocked over, but, you know, it is what it is. The Nurgle 1-turn is brief. We go back to just kill him. It's going to be a lot of free rotters for the Red Joker.
I mean, okay. I mean, he could have put a player here and then pushed again, but
he needed so many pushes that it was impossible. Man, rip the bench, though. I was just like, wow, still got a bench. Just kidding.
Chaos Killer Craig. So we've got 2 dead peasants so far. Still have the Apo, though. Here comes a Vanity Pass.
The Apo, indeed.
Good. Gishmogor is up to 94 SPP. on his way to legend.
Are we gonna foul? Oh, we are. I guess he doesn't have a bench anymore, and you do. Yeah. There you go. Well, you've just traded your bench for a KO. He doesn't have any babes though, so there's a chance Khalerick sets up with 10.
Chance. 50%.
You're doing it now, eh? You versus Jimmy. I would think your orc team should beat the shit out of him. I'll go on record with that.
Jimmy Burrito. Yeah, and that's Orcs versus Necro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
that's an easy match for the Necro to win?
Is it the meanest, greenest boys, right?
Yes, the big thick orcs.
Yeah, I take thick orcs.
Okay, while they do the setup, I will be right back.
Okay. The wolf is certainly a threat to the orcs, but he's only a threat to one orc at a time. And with your strength and guard, it should be pretty easy to defend the important orcs. So the KO didn't come back, so we're going into this with 10 Bretts. So Khalerick just sort of rotating players around, trying to figure out the best way to protect the blitzers, basically. We're exposing the rookie blocker, the Mighty Blow movement busted blocker, and, like, technically the guard piece. Him being guard means this block is going to be a bit more difficult. It's doable, though. I mean, you could take this guard Nurgle warrior and put him in here, put a guy here or here, and then blitz this square if you really wanted to blitz that blitzer, but it's a lot of commitment to one blitzer.
Just in time to see the kickoff event, which is the only interesting part. There
you go.
Easy catch.
Easy game. Easy catch. Easy life. Time to kill more peasants.
No, block saved him.
Dead Peasant Society is still alive.
See? Block saved him. Block is the best skill in the game.
I mean, I don't think anybody would argue with you about that.
Oh no, the developed peasants are on the line. Things are sad for Khalerick. I mean, he did lose 4 players. Or 3 players in 1 turn. His worst blocker is fine.
He'll be okay.
We get a 3-die from the beast. Gotta be careful here, though. The ball would be exposed. Yeah, the ball would be exposed if this is a 1 in 9.
I mean, the ball still is kind of exposed.
Helps.
That's better.
Not really. Ooh, really stupid is kind of like a 1 in 9. The ball is
wizardable.
Was multiple, but yeah.
Oh, the lightning bolt failed. Nice inducements.
Yeah, Khalerick's got to win the old-fashioned way now.
We can still do it with the Agi guy, though. Like, we just have to dodge through 1 square here, right? I know we're going to hit the...
No, you'd have to... That would be a many negative
Oh,
dodge.
3. Could you have gone around, or did you not have enough movement for that?
Not the movement. They're not elves.
KO is nice.
KO is nice.
I mean, they're movement 8, which is pretty elfy. That's a blodge step on the...
Why do you think they're... Why do you think everyone is like blisteringly fast?
Because I had a movement 9 blitzer in 1 minute, and for some reason thought that was only 1 movement up.
So what Khalerick is doing here, I kind of like. He's identified that the Nurgle are carrying on one of their only tackle, and then he just removed the other one. So there's nothing really to stop this blodge stepper from being infuriating here. No, there's a POW he could have rolled on the blodge stepper.
Other than, with the ball. But the ball has wrestle, so that could be annoying.
If you block with the ball, you're not going anywhere. So
unless you blitz with him.
And 55% of the time, the blodge stepper stays on you. So
55% of the time, it works every time.
45% of the time, I should say. No, guys, the best skill is Mighty Blow.
Piling on first on every player.
There's a piling on only. Where did I see this? Somewhere in the Div 5s, there's a player with just piling on.
Is it a strength access player?
Yes.
That's awful.
It is. I mean, piling on, I think, is better than Mighty Blow against everything but AV9. Or...
I don't know if that's true.
It is, but, like, you know, with the obvious downside of being piling on.
Piling on, good skill. I don't think I would ever take piling
Also,
on before Mighty Blow.
Dodge and block, good skills, it must be said. Also, Bloodstep Fend is so fucking awful.
I know, it's so annoying.
Yeah, easy hit on the ball here, easy 2-die.
Is it?
Well,
Still.
He can't actually dodge up for the 2-die. He's got to go in with a 1-die. Because... Oh, yeah, Dauntless doesn't help there. Or Dauntless does help because this is a strength 4. I forgot.
Wrestle. Oh, that's a good scatter.
Yep, that's a great scatter, and it was a 4+, so it wasn't like an insane sack attempt. It was, as good as most Skaven sack attempts.
Yep. So now we have a 3+ with a reroll to get out, and then another 3+ to pick it up. We failed that 3+, but we reroll that one. Get a hold of the ball.
Would I biff this?
No.
Oh, no.
You're out of range of literally everybody. The best they can do is mark you. Yeah, you just hold on to it. And even if they could hit you, your Blodge Step Fend. I mean, I guess it's a 2-die, but you'd only be able to hit you with non-tackle on Blodge Step Fend.
Yeah.
I feel like you would hold it.
It was a scary GFI, but he got there. I think you just have to score here. But of course, going up 2-0 to Nurgle means you win the game. So.
Yeah, and it means you're going to take a bunch more LOS blocks. And if this peasant is injured, which he is not, you would have to expose better players to more LOS hits, which is certainly annoying. But there's no world in which you just don't take a free 2-0 lead.
This is really stupid at about 50% of the time.
So this is where all my really stupids went in my Gaming and Stark earlier.
Did you just dice him into the ground, by the way? I was going to ask you about that.
No, I don't think so.
So yeah.
I wouldn't say so. There are certainly some lucky moments, and there was one time where I made a mistake and then got bailed out by his unlucky dice. But I think the first half of our game was actually really interesting and played pretty well by both sides.
KO there is... Oh, he hit the wrong player. I would have gone for the Garter, because the Garter can make it over there, can he? Yeah. Definitely would have hit the Garter here, because the Garter is going to be what gives you the assist to blitz off on a 2-die. Now you have a 3+, 2+, and with a built-in reroll for the 3+, and then another 3+ with a built-in reroll into a 2-die to free up the ball and score. Or you could just, go for the 1-9. I guess that's probably better.
You have to spend your own reroll to do that because it's off tackle. But
yeah, but you don't do several 1-9able things.
You just do one. Generally, less dice is better.
Yes.
It's just you have to commit ahead of time to say I will use my reroll on this if it fails.
And it was his last reroll, so
yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Is it's a little scary to go to 0 rerolls when you're this early in the second half, but I think it's certainly you have to commit to that. You can't not use the reroll there.
Gets the knight back, which is nice. If you're going to get a KO back there, you're pretty happy with that. If this tackle doesn't come back, the Nurgle in rough shape, and it does not.
Tackle, good skill, it turns out.
Tackle is good skill. We're talking about this a bit in the rookie Discord. Someone was asking why Chaos are not favored against Nurgle in late TV settings, and then we were talking about that a bit, and then we were also just kind of talking about how Nurgle are way better at Chaos than at bashing and things like that, but have no backup plan. Like if things go wrong, Nurgle have very few tools to do anything else, and this is a Nurgle team with tools. But even then, there's only so much they can do if the kill game doesn't go well. And that said, the kill game has gone well. It's just he left his ball a little exposed, I think.
This thing is a fan. It's rotating because it's very hot in here.
Blitz for Khalerick is not that important. He's not going to do anything other than try to keep his players safe. He wasn't set up to take advantage of it, and the blitz isn't easily taken advantage of, even if you're right up front and you're I guess if you were right up front and you were Skaven, you'd be fine. But
It is winter, but I'm in a room with 2 computers, and the heat is on, because apparently the heat is on.
Hey.
Plus, I just came back from being in a hotel room alone, where I could feel free to turn the AC down to like 15 degrees all the time, and not bother anyone else, and be happy in my polar bear universe. So when I came back to my own house, where it's a normal human temperature, it feels too hot.
Beast and Nurgle going for a bit of a walk here.
I'm not even kidding. I turned the first thing I did was turn the AC all the way down the moment I walked into the hotel room, and it never went off the whole time I was there.
That's funny.
It was like a cool winter day.
I don't know if it's that hot in the winter. But...
No, it was like 20 degrees pretty much every day. One day was like maybe 14, but it was also kind of cloudy and rainy that day.
Not gonna blitz anything? Did we just neglect to blitz? We did. Blitzing overrated. You heard it here first.
Blitzing full chumps. I mean, I think the Nurgle are...
This is the play to win the game, though.
Yeah.
He's saying, I'm going to try to score really quickly, and if you don't do anything about it, you know, you're going to have to go back on defense. But Khalerick has the pieces to probably survive that, all things considered.
Yeah. You've got to score quick.
Just passively screen off here.
So. As you said before, like, Nurgle don't have that many backup plan tools, and scoring twice in 4 turns is quite... is really hard to do. So you have to score as early as possible as the Nurgle in this situation if you want a chance to win, or even tie, frankly.
It must be said, Khalerick has not... Oh no, he's got the diagonal cut off. It would cost some dice, but you could also blitz this, but not very easily, and it's all... Yeah, okay, I like the setup. It's not how I would have done it, but it probably does the job of either preventing the Nurgle score or making it tough enough that it costs like rerolls.
Well, no, you're either gonna have to dodge through.
You can because it's stand firm too.
You're gonna have to cut it. You're gonna have to cut a corner, or you're gonna have to pray you get a knockdown on this. This sidestep guy being on this corner is actually super annoying.
Yeah, that's what I was basically saying. Yeah.
Even if you knock him down, he just gets in the way.
Sides. Yeah, he's just gonna switch sides and look to score next turn.
But like this,
not currently a screen.
This is good positioning from Khalerick, though. Like this one blitzer in this one spot has just stolen an entire turn from the Nurgle because he's standing right here.
This is more of a screen now. No, actually not. You can totally get at this Nurgle warrior or this customer.
Yeah, but he can't really do much about it.
Gets a 2-die with the wrestler, gets a knockdown. Beast is gone, because of course he is.
You're ahead. 2-die. Knockdown. KO. Good job, Beast. You've been terrible.
We're Canadians. It's actually been really warm. So, Montreal had one of the warmest Februarys on record. And the way they denote like the kind of like noteworthy stat was it's the first time it's one of only 5 times in recorded history where Montreal did not have a day in February where it went below negative 20 degrees Celsius, which is like -5 or -10 Fahrenheit, something like that. So it was balmy because it never went to -20, which is true. Like it was actually a really temperate February.
I spent a large portion of my late January and early February in places much nearer to the equator.
That was advisable, I think. I've really been missing Hawaii this past couple of weeks. We did get like an incredible amount of snow, which I actually like. A lot of Canadians get really bitter about snow, but I don't have to shovel and I don't drive. So it's mostly just pretty stuff I have to wade through.
Same. I mean, I don't have to shovel, and I can drive, but I do drive, but I don't have to drive to work, so I generally don't.
Yeah.
So I think it's also pretty. So looks like we are at best giving ourselves 2 turns to turn over and score, and that's
easy peasy.
And that's assuming we get this.
Very good at turning over other teams.
Are we not? Oh, we're giving it to the Pestigore. I see.
course, yeah.
I was like, are we not scoring? I forgot this Pestigor's here.
The Pestigor. Gushmagors takes it back.
Oh. Okay. Well, on the one hand, you still have the ball, but on the other hand, now you only have one turn. So you just lose, I guess.
Game is over, yeah. Unless we get a riot, and there is no security gate, so could see a riot, but even then, it's a fucking long.
Yeah, so Khalerick's like, see ya. Like, it's going to be really hard for you to. You basically cannot win this game anymore. I'll just let you score and leave. Bye.
Stands on the sideline because the sideline is out of blitzing range.
Yeah. Just like, see you later. This is hilarious, and I like it a lot. I'm going to cage up my player.
Well, I probably would have just... Yeah, whatever. This works. I don't like exposing the strength 4. I think that's a pretty key piece, especially because he's 2 SVP away from leveling.
I think it's mostly that he's just harder to hit. Like, you can't free 2-die with horns.
I guess. Now, do you score on Gishmagors, or do you try to hand off to the Claw Mighty Blow, who desperately needs that 3 SVP to level? You definitely hand off.
I think you hand off. Like, there's no way you can win this game now, so I think you just
Claw
try
Mighty
to
Blow on the rookie blocker, and he's fine.
So you try to hand off to the guy who needs the level, I think. You could even try Vanity Passing, because you have another turn to do it.
Nope, goes to score instead. Wants a turn to hit stuff.
I guess that's fair.
He's going to get it otherwise.
I suppose that's fair. We're going to get one turn to punch back after Khalerick does his Vanity Pass and LOS hits. That's very symmetrical. Dead, injury, dead, injury.
I know, I noticed that earlier. It was very pleasing. That peasant saw how things were going for the other peasants and has been pretending to sleep the entire...
I'm KO'd still!
Nope, sorry. Not waking up.
I mean, he's already been dishonored, so he doesn't really care about his reputation. He is dishonored Burgomeister. With the dumb peasant haircut. Like the friar one. Whoever thought that was a good haircut?
Poor Griff. So dead. There are actually 2 versions of the friar haircut for peasants. The guys with the hoods are definitely the coolest. Though I'm not... Yeah.
I don't know if there is one.
Oh, there's 3 friar haircuts. There's gray, black, and blonde.
Oh, I see. Colors, yeah.
Oh, then there's receding, like extreme receding hairline. Did you leave 4 players on the LOS?
You
did.
Yes.
Khalerick feeling generous. Oh wait, never mind. He's on offense. What am I talking about?
Yes, I was confused.
I know how this game works. It's fine. Don't worry about me. I am a good Blood Bowl coach. I win 4-0 with rats.
Man,
that means I'm good. That's definitely got nothing to do with the rats.
I've got SCV love song stuck in my head now because you said, "Don't you worry about me."
Okay.
Which is a StarCraft parody love song.
I may have re-rolled. I might have re-rolled. Oh, I see. He's trying to level this guy, and he's willing to commit re-rolls to do it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. You might as well.
Yeah. Well, I might have re-rolled the hit on the killer, but I guess it just gives away a free hit on your peasant. You're not really that salty about it.
No, not really.
You're taking a Claw Mighty Blow hit either way.
Claw doesn't matter, and he's not piling on.
He's not. Wow. 3 dies.
My 3 dies were garbage today. I understand. I understand your pain.
Okay. Rip that.
Peasant is fine. Don't worry about it.
Telling you, block best.
Melon Mounter 2 is going to get punched, though.
Oh, because he got pushed onto this Nurgle warrior. Yeah, that's true.
His name is also Melon Mounter.
Yeah. Number 2.
He mounts
He's
melons.
He's the only one with receding hairline. He looks like someone who mounts melons.
No, he got knocked out. And now we will try another Vanity Pass.
Will you level it? I want you to. This guy's so good.
Sick.
6? Yeah.
Got it.
What are you gonna give him, Khalerick?
The only peasant to score a TD. Well, excellent.
You're gonna give him guard, right?
He's going to give him plus strength again.
Thick skull, eh?
I really hope so.
Get out of my Blood Bowl league.
Well, there you go. That's that game. What was our prediction for that, by the way?
Our prediction, I believe, was that the Nurgle would kick the shit out of the Bretts. Yes, it was.
And they kind of did, but the Bretts also did enough to make it not matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is what the worry was. Let's bring up the title screen so we don't spoil anything while we go over to Div 2. To watch the
MVP
game.
on the dead 70 SPF Sunclogger is funny, though. Actually, both of the MVPs suck ass, so... That's something, at least.
Okay.
What are we watching? Oh, we're watching, Right, this one.
Which one? I don't remember now.
It expired while we were in the game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So we were gonna.
I forgot to click, and I thought about that when I was in there. I was like, I should click on it, and then it's like, fuck it.
So did I. So we were gonna watch Cliche House versus Average Joe's Gym, but like the week time period expired literally while we were watching that first game, which is hilarious. Okay, pick another one.
Okay.
Meanest greenest boys, perhaps.
Sure. Fuck it. Whatever. I don't care.
Well, that's annoying. In what is, and this is why we normally do these things on Wednesday. Oh well. Well, in what is something that we've done zero research about, we've just arbitrarily picked this game because it's available. Who knows if it'll be a good idea or not? Let's find out.
Orcs versus Lizards. We predicted the Orcs would win.
Will
they? This is my favorite Orc team. I always have a favorite Orc team. I just like Orc teams. The Charlestown Chiefs have taken a chainsaw, which I think is
terrible.
But you know,
I mean, unless you plan on fouling with it, where it's actually not terrible.
Probably do, and even then, not great.
Well, it's Helmet, so he's pretty cheap, right?
Yeah, and there is not a bribe. Never mind. This is just I don't want this.
I mean,
I think there were better things you could get other than a chainsaw with no bribe.
He's like 80k, right?
Yeah, something like that.
You could have gotten a second Babe, maybe.
Yeah, second Babe wouldn't be bad. Orcs tend to get a lot of KOs because they're hitting you with a lot of money.
It is perfect Blood Bowl weather.
Will it remain perfect Blood Bowl weather?
We'll find out.
Oh, we didn't 3, 2, 1 into this, but also, was it up on the stream when you clicked on it?
No.
Or
no?
We don't have, right, that's the thing about this team is it doesn't have like a sacrificial set of linos to put it. It does have one, Challenged Green Boy Esquire, which is great.
But it's got a strength, it's got a line of guard strength 5 block, and like, so it's just gone with the like meat LOS rather than anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to be giving away mighty blow hits on your best pieces, so I agree with the troll being there. I don't know if I agree with the other ones. I probably would have tossed Nimble Green Boy and Challenged Green Boy up there with the troll and let them fend it off. Maybe 9 breaks some.
Yeah, especially when you've got the chainsaw there. Like, if we knock down one of these black orcs, we could just chainsaw it into oblivion, which would be pretty terrifying.
Although Dodge Firm is doing stuff right now.
There's the first block. Here's the second block, and yep, Dodge doing things.
I will pause because I'm clearly ahead.
Now we get to hit the troll, and it does nothing either, but at least we push him out of the way now.
Christ.
Croxagore, nothing. Good lord.
Comes in with a chainsaw blitz.
No, why would you chainsaw blitz?
Actually gets the blodge from down. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, it worked, so it's clearly the correct play, because that's how this works. Results-based analysis.
Are we not going to take the 1 die on this troll? I don't think we needed that piece there. Orcs aren't that fast, boy. Also, you had a skink. What's even... What's this skink doing? Is it making you safer? Because I think it's just giving away a mighty blow. Come on, steer. I don't love it. Not a fan.
This is we've got almost
coming in for a piling on hit. So this is the great thing about lizards is you can just pile on like there's no tomorrow. Like what are they gonna do?
Foul you with the chainsaw?
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Actually, yeah. I forgot the chainsaw existed, even though I've literally not stopped talking about it since he put it there.
This is the bit I'm worried about for the lizards. Like all of the Saurus are just together, and then we're gonna slam all of our like block guard pieces, stand firm pieces in there, and then the Saurus are just gonna be stuck forever while a blitzer just
mushroom meat in there.
Yeah, while a blitzer just like runs around and murders skinks. Like all of these Saurus are now useless.
That is the problem with this matchup. Yes. We are going to get a good foul, I think, on this piling on blitzer.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to punch. We get the knockdown, so we follow.
We're going to get a bunch of punches here. Stand firm doing good to keep the strength 5 out of the mix, though. We're going to be able to move the ball up a bit here.
This would be a huge removal if the chainsaw gets something good on this blitzer. Like, that's palm tackle, like the nightmare of skinks.
Yeah, that's the skink killer for sure.
And there isn't another one.
What are you... What?
I'm confused. Why did we not foul? Why did we not foul him?
Why didn't we take blocks? You didn't... I mean, I guess he was worried about the Crocs boneheading, but...
It worked again! Everything's fine. No, but I think...
He's about to die.
I think 100% the play was to foul Tenacious Green Boy there.
Yes, you could even do it while reasonably protecting the chainsaw.
I mean, I know you don't...
rip chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's fine.
I understand you don't have a bribe, so you're not like a little scared of fouls, but like the whole benefit, like Orcs are armor 9, the chainsaw is not going to do that great at getting through them. Like with blitzes, you've been lucky so far, but the +3 on a foul plus is so much to get.
I mean, it's a 7+, so yeah, it works sometimes. It works 40% of the time, or no, that's an 8+, so it works more than 50% of the time. But he's gotten lucky in the sense that he's gotten both.
Yeah. I mean, if it works about a little more than 50% of the time on 2 to 3, you'd expect one of them to not work. And as soon as it doesn't work, he just gets punched back, and then the chainsaw goes to work in his own self.
Okay, we're coming for a hit on the blodger. We do roll a POW.
The good news is, the way things are going, like, we probably can get a score. The bad news is we're going to have to do it, like, soon.
Oxygore gets himself in a pretty good position.
I don't think we'll be able to stall very well.
No, and a follow-up there means that this is going to be a little cagey. Passes off to a skink to level him, potentially. Needs to move up a bit, though, or else the skink's going to have to be doing GFIs. I think this is going to be a little risky no matter how you do it.
Yeah.
It's a 2-die, finds the POW. Lots of POWs on Blodge this turn, which, you know...
A lot of good blocks. That worked out for the lizards.
Yeah, that was a good turn. Oh, we're going to try for the score.
Oh.
Get it.
Okay. I don't hate it. I think he probably could have stalled.
I mean, he loses the chainsaw, so...
Oh, that's a good point. But do you think he could have stalled more than one turn? Because if you can't, then you lose the chainsaw anyway, because the chainsaw's stunned.
I think he didn't need to start running the ball forward, necessarily.
Yeah, I mean...
You're super fast. The way you win this game as lizards is abusing orcs' slow speed.
The orcs, they are slow, precious.
I'm ahead of the game again. All right. I also just like call things. I like see them coming and then I call them out. Like I know what POWs look like when they're being rolled, as opposed to when they actually get rolled. So. Like the way the dice roll in the air shows you what's going to come up. So I have now recognized POWs coming.
Are you saying you can see into the matrix?
I can, yeah. It's all just ones and zeros.
Yeah, the lizards pretty much at any point could just kind of run a skink by, considering the best the orcs have is movement 6, and you've got 8, and 2 of them with sure feet, one of them with sprint. One of them plus movement.
I also feel like this Croxagore should be replaced with the AV8. Yeah.
So I think what you said, not running forward yet. I think the way if you taking the chainsaw here, the way you win is not running forward like that and just fouling the shit out of stuff with the chainsaw until the chainsaw doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like foul until he gets sent off, and hopefully you get a couple orcs removed, and then you have a good shot if you can remove any of the guard, like 1 or 2 guard gone, and suddenly it's swung pretty favorably for you.
Yep. Like the way Too Awesome is playing this, he's got a good advantage here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be... He can basically all-man's lizards, which is not,
easy to do.
Something most teams can do, yeah. Loses the Crocs here. He does push the Crocs into a great place for the Crocs to be, though, which I don't love, but... Yeah.
We have 6 turns now to try to score and ideally hunt down a skink or 2. The problem is there is a wizard, so we have to keep that in mind.
Why would you have a thrower when you have Sacrificial Green Boy? Also, throwers are garbage. I mean, they're fine, but you don't. If you don't have to have one, you don't have one. Nice injury with the piling.
Got a Saurus down. Yeah, the throwers are good if you're doing like either very early TV and you want sure hands. You're doing like a pre-built tournament thing and you want a free reroll, like a cheaper reroll. But in like an Eternal League, it's general. I personally, I think it's better to once you get a blitzer or a lineman or something that is capable of doing that job, you just do it on them instead, because they have more armor. They have different skill access. You just need like stats or whatever. Blitzers are also faster.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I'm fine with the thrower early, but as soon as you get like a blitzer leveled up.
You're fouling with your one-turner?
Please don't tell me we picked the game where the lizards are just going to give up immediately, because I would be bored. Because the only way you foul with the one-turner is if you want him to be safe for your next game and you're already giving up on this one.
Okay.
Oh, Angry Green Boy is just dead. That's an Apo.
Oof, that was scary. That's a big piece.
Well, we wanted 2 Luminous, which is what we were going to do, but it was not available in client anymore, meaning we would have had to bother one of you, and we didn't really want to bother you. And I wasn't sure if you wanted me to, considering you streamed it, and I didn't want to I'm sure and it was a big game. I'm sure a lot of people that wanted to watch it did while you streamed it, and I didn't want to be like, hey, look, he broadcasted it over here, but come watch it on my channel instead. I'm better.
In short, I wanted to watch it, and then Steak talked at me about it until I didn't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, also, I would have had to bother someone, and I'd rather...
done it.
I suppose.
It's not like Superfed isn't constantly lurking in our streams.
Yeah, I don't know why. He seems to, disagree with literally everything I say ever, so I don't know why he seems to want to watch me.
He finds them amusing. I don't know. He agrees with me. It's fine. 50% ain't bad.
That's true. 50% is a pass, right?
Not in engineering.
Or in master's programs.
Lizard's coming out swinging, finally. This is suddenly looking a bit dicier for the Orcs. Not like a lot, but like a little bit, Gonna go for a hit on the troll here, I think. Yeah. Goes in with a rookie.
For the number of advantages that we say the Orcs have or had here,
that was some troll butt.
There seems to always be Orcs on the floor.
I mean, no matter how first of all, the lizards have started rolling POWs just out the ass. But
yep, everywhere. Good lord.
No matter how outstrength lizards are, they still are usually capable of manufacturing 2 blocks. Unless they start going down serious numbers, which they have not.
The Orcs, the death and the injury, I guess. He got better, which is good for Too Awesome, but he's gone.
One-turner taking a mighty blow hit, but he's fine. Doesn't follow up for the piling on. Needs him for the cage corner, I guess. This is not incredible. That's pretty safe because it's blodge. Ooh, fireball.
Fireball?
Fireball
Okay, you're ahead of thing. You're ahead of me. Don't tell me. Fireball? That wasn't a great fireball.
No.
I mean, it did knock down a player that makes it so we can hit the ball.
Yeah, it knocked down the important player. Admittedly, the fireball was pretty likely to do something good here.
I suppose that's true. But I feel like fireballing an orc team is just like generally a bad idea unless all 9 orcs are in a square.
Yeah, sure. Lightning bolt was a bit safer, but not a lot, actually.
I mean, could you not have lightning bolted and then knocked down, like lightning bolted the ball, punched a couple of the orcs, and then just used the agi guy to run through and steal the ball?
Potentially, but one of the orcs he needed to punch was Blodge, and he did not have tackle to do it.
Oh, so that's fair. Could have lightning bolted him and then blitzed the ball.
He could have lightning bolted him. Yeah, I mean, the lightning bolt on the blodger was probably the safest thing. What is he fouling here? Oh, the strength 5 guy.
That's fair.
That's a 1 assist foul, though. Yeah, there you go. Or that might have been on the blitzer. I didn't actually see. It was on the blitzer. Okay, so it was a pretty good foul on a pretty valuable piece with a rookie skink. I can see it. You were already kind of down numbers, so I don't love fouling with skinks when you're at that position.
From what I've heard and seen, the Luminous versus Superfed game was pretty good, by the way, and you should just go check out the VOD on Luminous's channel because he streamed it. BT dubs.
Okay, this is Oh, okay, that's not going to do it.
I'm confused.
I mean, there is no way... No, there's an extremely easy way to get a hit on the ball. Well, there's no one to do it, though.
That's fair.
There's no one to actually take advantage of this extremely easy 2-die
ball. Where's the break tag? No, we can do that. So if we knock down this guy, then you block. There's another blitzer based on a Saurus, and then there's a break tackle Saurus who can dodge. So you try this hit, and if you knock him down, you can then, or even if you don't.
It was tackle actually. So yeah, that was pretty good. And then you could do a 3+ dodge into a 2+ dodge, but you only have break tackle for one of them. You don't have a single dodge.
No. Oh yeah, that's true. For some reason, I thought there was only one.
Nah, bruv.
I miscounted.
That's a free surf. Nearly.
We at least have the ball marked, but he's agi 4, so it doesn't really matter. 3 die! Got him! And he's fine.
Okay, the troll does not 1 in 9. That was a bit scary, it must be said. Goes for a hit on the skink instead. 1 in 9s.
Man, it's palm on a skink. Would you not take that?
It's not palm, but yes.
Oh, that's Juggernaut, not piling on.
Skinks have been invulnerable.
I see 2 red skills on an Orc Blitzer. I assume it has palm.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose. The other one has palm, so. Should be a 6 die, yeah, well. They do not exist. Can't get a 4 die.
We talked about 4 dies in my game against Archangel earlier.
Gets a 2 die on the ball. Nope. Gets a 2 die on the ball, but dodge is a good skill.
You're ahead still.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's dodge being a good skill.
Only slightly. Yeah, just because you're hosting. It's just slowing you down a bit.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like 0.2 seconds, it'll add up over a couple minutes, right? Could have also broke... Oh, no, I guess this is better.
1 in 9. Finally breaking a skink, but only a stun.
Break the skink.
Skinks go splat.
All the inducements are gone now. Wizard used for not a result, which is unfortunate. If the wizard resulted in preventing the score from your opponent on this drive, you could have been... it'd be pretty likely for you to end up with a draw here, which is nice. So it probably would have been better to be a bit more careful with that wizard, I think. But now we are going to get a touchdown, and then the 2-1 grind can commence for the Orc team, which is going to put these lizards in a pretty difficult position in the second half, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And hello, Tessa. I know that was a while ago, but I didn't acknowledge it. Well, we get our orc back now because he got better from his death.
He got better, indeed.
Yeah, he died and then just got better. It's fine. He was only mostly dead. Get the ref. Oh, that would have been good earlier. Oh, and he just catches it. Good job, nerdy green boy. Or
You're actually ahead of me, but that's fine.
Good job, sacrificial green boy. Just catching the ball.
He's so sacrificial, you know?
Yeah. Sacrificial green boy, the movement 6 Agi 4 Blodge Step lineman. Who's almost a legend. Oh man, my voice is starting to go.
Yeah, we'll keep this brief afterwards and just do predictions. I mean, that's what we were going to do anyway, but we will be brief about it. Maybe, like, skim the results, but not really go into them too much.
Yeah. We'll look at the page and then leaderboard probably. Note if anything was... We just talk about the points, I guess, because we do need to say that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd probably not dive into the results of games. Sorry, folks, but I'm still kind of sick.
Yeah, we'll just keep it simple. Keep it safe.
And I am... We'll be back to normal things next week. I'm done my weird, like, gone for a week, back for a week, gone for a week thing.
There's a chance I'm going to rearrange my tabletop gaming schedule, but I will try to keep Wednesdays free. Piling on gets another removal.
I'm just very glad that my that away a week, back a week, away a week was almost away a week, fly home, fly out again, to the point where it probably wasn't even worth leaving the airport.
Oh, fouls with a blodger.
But thankfully that got canceled.
Oh, he's got a bribe, right.
Free bribe, yeah. Oh, you're really ahead then.
No, really behind.
Oh, I see. No. Here's the foul with the skink.
No. The orcs fouled.
Oh, I see. Yes. Sorry.
You fuck.
That's true. Now it looks like the troll is fireballed by himself, and I choose to accept that as headcanon.
Troll getting one die powed because, you know, he is based on a strength 5 block player.
Oh, hello.
You're ahead.
I am. That's nice for the orcs. Here,
Rando KO. Yeah. On a rookie Saurus. And this does not look good for the orcs. Or the lizards, I should say.
Nope, going after another skink. And we triple skull! We re-roll it, but... Wait, that was triple skull into both down, push. Good thing he had block.
Block, best skill in-game. Yeah, there's a lot... I mean, admittedly, we think of Blodge as being... And Blodge is very strong, of course, but we think of Blodge as being kind of invulnerable because we're used to seeing very few blocks on Blodge because we see it on Lizards or we see it on Agi teams, rather, and you just don't make many hits on their Blodge.
Yeah, because they dodge away. But
there's so many Blodge pieces on both sides in a bash mirror that, like, you're just going to be throwing dice, and, like, eventually you're going to roll a POW. That's just...
You say that. I rolled 12 dice in a row on the same turn versus a Blodge player on Archangel's team earlier and could not knock him down.
Does happen.
It was 4 3-die blocks.
I mean, my record is still 9 failed 3+s in a row, but 1 die, not 1 die POW, which is what he needed. I might have just sidestepped forward, to be honest. That troll, or that strength 5 swords is just bullying this troll. I love it.
It's great.
Yeah.
Please no bully.
I've got a lizard mirror this week. My first lizard mirror in a really long time.
Against Gerber too.
Yep, I played Gerber a couple times. This is the first time I played Gerber in a serious league.
The Crocs got bullied back.
He's dead. He's not dead.
I played Gerber in the 80 English thing a couple seasons ago.
Me too, yeah. I played him twice in that, actually, because once I played him in the regular season, and I diced him to the ground, and then I played him again in the playoffs, because the playoffs were individual team-based, remember?
Oh, Dennis Lemieux is dead.
That's no real loss.
The movement 9 guy? Oh, he's also the strength 1.
Strength 1. I don't even think you apple it. Does he?
Speaking of Gerber, you do not appo a skink, right? It's a skink!
Oh, he didn't have his appo? No, he didn't. He must have already appoed something. Did he try to appo the Croxigor?
I don't remember. I stopped paying attention.
He tried to appo the Croxigor. Did the Croxigor appo work?
As per usual, by the time we get about 3/4 of the way through the match reviews, I just start talking about memes instead of actually looking at the game, because I have the attention span of like a rabbit.
Yeah, I know. Are we going to see the continued bullying of this troll?
Because down, up, down, up!
It's worth noting, Steer, the madman, has just chosen to give away a 3-die on his amazing skink. Just so he can get a 2-die on a rookie troll. That was bold.
Gives no fucks.
Oh, did he pick the wrong result?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
Everyone misclicks. Yeah, it's a lizard mirror, but my lizards are bigger and he's Downosaurus, so I am going into it expecting to win, which means I will get utterly crushed.
Yes. This is Clan League.
It is Clan League. The amazing skink gets away with it.
Oh, well, there's the bribe.
Well, who hasn't done that?
Yeah, I've done that. That was a really delayed stun. The Black Orc fell down and was like, all right, and then rolled over.
Too stupid to be stunned.
Me fall over now? Oh, right, roll over when stunned. Durr.
Goes for a red die where he needs double POWs.
They are fiction, but I think there were some questionable choices in the first half that could have made this better than it is currently.
Firm agree. He hasn't lost anything important yet, unless you count the skink, which I don't really. I mean, I guess it was his way of tying this game.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the one, if he had the movement 9 skink, he could have. Well, you'll be happy to know that the like almost one turner is dead.
Oh, Star Skink takes a hit again. He's fine. Joni Upton getting bullied back.
Please no bully. Yeah, I think the way that the lizards induced a chainsaw, and then they didn't, they scored on like turn 3, and they didn't do any fouls with the chainsaw, which I think is the sort of benefit is, you have the strength and guard to knock down some orcs, and when they're on the floor, get that +3 foul on them. There's another troll butt. Try to get a couple removals out of it.
Joni Upton just refuses to stop bullying this troll.
He really, really hates Big Green Boy.
I mean, I'm jealous of that badonkadonk.
I know, right?
DG no re.
Maybe he does.
I do like that Fed didn't even rise to your
Bait?
Your bait, yeah. Such a strain.
No. Fed is probably busy baiting on his own.
I am a little sad that we're not watching the Fed game.
I know, me too.
The Fed Loomy game was definitely what I wanted to.
Same, but I mean, we didn't. It was gone.
It was gone. Badly hurt. He's fine. No dead Saurus.
It's on Lumi's channel, so you should just be able to go watch it.
I want to do it on my own time.
I don't want to watch or play Blood Bowl at a time other than the times that it's scheduled.
Blood Bowl is basically a job for me at this point, so...
Oh, well, there's another dead skink.
Oh, shit. That's a lot bigger. I mean, he did refuse to stop exposing him, so... But Wolf, yeah, big Wolf. Too Awesome just ended this team.
Well, that, I mean, so...
Maybe this will be Steer's time to reroll, finally.
Well, with the skinks dead, I would say so.
Big F's in chat. Yeah, I saw that Lumi played Rolling Red as early as humanly possible. Or was it Rolling Red, or was it I thought it was the... Oh no, he had already played the dwarves.
The Death Roller Dwarves and Vampires is week 1. We made sure to pay attention to that. We watched
it, right? So yeah, it must have been Rolling Red. Lizards can do well against vampires. It's kind of a mixed bag. I am not surprised that Lumi took that home. Hopefully his team survived as well.
I want nothing more than to watch Lumi just like win the division with vampires.
I mean, on his way.
Yeah. We can finally have our like REL version of the Random Boy run where he made it to like quarterfinals or whatever with vamps. I want that.
Yeah, 5 Saurus and no Crocs does not do too well with vamps, that's true. Also, Lumi has very good vamps. And they have
that's a Kaz box.
I think Lumi's like very no nonsense play style would be tough for Rolling Red's kill them all play style to really deal with.
Yeah, Lumi's like calculated sort of very like solid.
Yes, he probably split himself in two because there were players on both sides and he needed to hit them both.
Yeah.
More bribes.
Versus Rolling Red's like 12 frenzy players that are designed to just punch his...
He's only got 2 now, I'm telling you. Rolling Red's practically reasonable.
Almost.
His team is my most favorite and least favorite team combined.
Simultaneously.
Yeah.
But who's your most favoritist player? Because it's the Coltrane baby.
It's probably the Coltrane baby. That's not a 1-die POW, which is what he needed.
Oh, we're going...
Saurus dodge? Yeah, but we did.
We're slightly ahead, but... Well, I mean, we're going for it, which I certainly appreciate the balls on. Like, I really enjoy that he's just going for it. The downside is we're just gonna, like, 3-die him. And...
Yes, ceci impetat.
It's fairly likely that we,
pick the skull, be a man. The lizards deserve to win.
Or at least tie.
Dead skink. No, injured skink.
No, you're ahead, but, you know, that's fine.
The skink isn't dead, Ben.
He's injured.
But yeah, like,
Durr.
Red often wins games, but sometimes I feel like it's despite himself. You can't. I think he would have otherwise.
Yeah.
If the game let you. Well, I know some people who would, certainly.
I want it to be a better Kaz.
And that's going to be GG. It would be fucking insane, which is exactly why...
There are some people who would do it.
Yeah, exactly. 1-die POW. I need a hero. I'm calling up for a hero. No. It was a 6+ dodge, 6+ pickup, 5+ dodge, 2+2+. So you know.
You know.
Not likely.
No.
What are you finally-ing that it's over?
I don't know. Maybe. The Croxagore gets the MVP, so does he got bullied into SPP, which is nice.
Yes, but he is MNG'd, so he's out for a little while.
Disappointing. All right, well, let's go back to Div 1 and look at the results. You can tell us how we did. We're going to be a little quick through this because I'm still kind of sick, so I don't really want to go into details. I'm sorry, everybody, but we'll be back to doing it full-time sort of next week on our regular schedule, but we're already later than normal, and my voice is dying, so please forgive me.
I don't forgive. First up, we have Grungy Desserts versus Volcano. We thought the Nurgle would win, and
Boy, howdy.
Did they ever. Yes. I just quickly want to look at the Kaz screen. 19 armor breaks to 9. It wasn't actually that bad.
6 casualties sustained.
6 sustained. So the foul game was on point. Anyway, and there was High Elves versus Necro. We thought the High Elves were going to win this, actually. I thought Scooby and the gang did not have this one, and he did. So
interesting. You got a lot of armor breaks. Potentially enough to make it to prevent the score.
Everyone thought it was Bull Canoe, including the casters going into the playoff finals, until he very sheepishly was like, by the way, it is Volcano. He doesn't care. But
look at his icon is a volcano.
Yeah. But also he was posting his trophy while he was waiting for one to come in that his friend had made for him, and it was a bull in a canoe. So,
yeah, he's embraced the meme.
Yes, I mean, fuck Charles Scrabble and the dice he wrote in on is a Div 1 motto if I ever heard one.
Well, fuck Charles Scrabble, the dice he rolled in on, and also that fucking wolf.
Those wolves. It's really unfair to leave out the strength for Claw Mighty Blow.
He wasn't. Well, volcano can be spelled with an E in different languages, right?
I think it was a language barrier.
Yeah. So he thought it was with an E and was wrong. It's fine.
Not everyone in REL speaks English.
Yeah, it turns out it's just the time zones, and there's this whole other area that's, below America. I don't know if he's actually from South America. But... Is he?
No, I was just doing a.
Oh.
Never mind. It's not worth unpacking. So yeah, High Elves versus Scooby and the gang went the other way. Like you said, there was a lot of removals, and Elves having a bad time. And then Archangel's Will versus you, we said you would lose because I don't know what language.
I have no idea what language. Yeah, but it's been talked about in Discord.
Volcano ends in an E in French, from what I remember.
He thought it ended in an E. He was not right. I don't know what the main language is, but it was a mistake. It's actually Volcano. Everybody calls it Volcano. He doesn't care about that. It's a meme now. We can move on. Me versus Archangel. I just played that, so I could talk about it in detail if you want, but we probably shouldn't.
I don't want. But you won, and you didn't dice him, which everyone agrees.
Yep, everyone. The first half was really interesting. Would recommend. And I think I played it well. Then the second half was just like KO City, and I just kept removing elves. So, but by then it was probably already foregone because he didn't score. I scored in his drive.
Capable of not talking.
It's 2 seconds. I scored on his drive, which meant it was very bad for him, regardless of how the KO dice went in the second half. They were bad.
It's fair. Nurgle versus Bretts, we watched it. We actually thought the Nurgle would win, but the Bretts pulling out a good win there. Props to Khalerick.
Yeah, we watched that, so we don't need to talk about it too much, but it was cool.
We are failing horribly.
Yep.
Rowdy Rebel Rousers versus Ars Gotia. We thought the Nurgle would win, and they did.
I mean, okay, Mongoose is Loose is in chat. He can tell you what the deal is.
I knew it was Volcan. I just couldn't remember if Volcan had an E at the end, but yeah.
You can ask him instead of me. Yes. Wait, who do we predict for that? Sorry.
We predicted the Nurgle, so we gained a point. We're almost back to 0. High Elf versus Chaos. It did not get played and will not get played, so no points for anyone there.
Boo.
Dark Elf versus Chaos. We predicted the Dark Elves would win, and they did 2-1. Wow, Dark Elf's getting 17 breaks to the Chaos's 11.
Do we know what the result for Tessa and Not for Science is? Is it going to be a draw, a win for someone?
Do not know if it has been officially decided yet.
Okay. I'm just thinking about no, it's I'm not talking at you, Mongoose. I mean everybody else was like, there was the whole Bull Canoe argument and why it was spelt weirdly or whatever. And then I was like, well, you can ask, Mongoose. He's there in the channel if you want. But yeah, I'm not trying to I wasn't trying to jump on you. I was telling everybody else.
I am. Fuck you. Learn to spell.
English.
No, I'm just kidding. No, those not fun jokes to make. So that is
one of those weird things where the availabilities didn't line up. Okay, well let's assume it's a draw for the leaderboard.
Tessa's here in Quebec, and I believe Not for Science is on the West Coast, so already makes it tough to play in the weekdays. I know he has a kind of weird schedule, Not for Science, that is. So
yeah,
we can look at the leaderboard.
Yeah, so here we go. Right now at the top. So assume that Tessa or Not for Science are going to get some sort of draw, roughly. So Travel Scrabble. So assuming it's a draw, Not for Science will be in first. If it's a loss, he'll stay tied for first. So either way,
if it's a win, he
is even more in first
by a good margin. So that's Not for Science looking pretty good in right now. Stoudicus and Travel Scrabble right in there with him. The Red Joker and Atomex are right on their heels, but not quite.
Yep.
So still a very competitive top pack. I mean, the top 4 spots go to playoffs. So
yeah, so there's yeah, for sure. There's two code. Yeah, the Red Joker and Atomex are only 1 win away. Still a lot of games to go. It's going to be starting to become a little bit harder for Ramaset, Tessa, Khalerick, Zeta, and Mongoose to jump into those top spots, but it's possible for any one of them to pretty easily make it to 4th for one of those spots. So the playoff coaches are still wildly in contention, I would say, all the way down to 10th or so. Then there's me in 11th, finally picking up my first win this season. Hooray! I did way better last season. Please believe me. Then Motley is tied with me with 1, 1, and 3. Archangel and Locust have yet to pick up a win. We can move on to we should look at predictions. Let's predict things. I assume they're not going to give him a win. I was just trying to enumerate the possibilities so we knew what was going to happen in the playoff race. Volcano versus Fear and Bloating. So 17-20. So it's Chorfs versus Nurgle. The Chorfs are missing probably their best Chorf blocker.
They are, yes. Not probably, definitely. But they still got a good amount of Claw Mighty Blow. And they're playing... What?
There was a weird graphics thing, I think. I clicked on Fear and Bloating, and it looked like the Beast of Nurgle had horns. And I was really confused. There were little horns on them, but it was just a graphics thing. This is going to be rough, I think. 3 guard, 4 guard, 5 guard. 5 claw, mighty blow, 5 guard versus.
It's a tough matchup for Chorfs. He does get a billion inducements. Could get the strength 5 Bull Centaur. Could get the. I think you can get them. I think you get Grashnak, can't you? Grashnak's not bad.
Grashnak is pretty good.
All that said, yeah, it's going to be it's going to be an uphill game for sure.
Yeah, I think the big thing is there's so much kill on the Fear and Bloating. The Chorfs aren't really going to be able to run away from the kill, and they're not going to really be able to defend against it because they don't have as much guard and they have no bench. So I feel like it's going to be really rough for it's certainly possible, but I think it's rough for the Chorfs. Maybe smart use of inducements.
You can get some big star player and then Apo double Babe or something like that, something in that ballpark.
Big star player, Apo, maybe even another Hobgoblin just to make it so you don't go down players would be nice.
Yeah, I think I would predict the Nurgle there most of the time. I don't think it's hopeless, but
no, it could if you get a couple. You have 2 Claw Mighty Blow, 1 is Palm. If you get a Nurgle Warrior removed, bang, that switches. That's a guard and another Claw Mighty Blow.
The guard is the bigger issue, I think. For sure.
Yeah, if you can get some of the guard out and then not be too worried about just being based up all the time because you're movement 4, could be good. And you got to be able to survive until then. So, Apo, extra Apo, some more bench probably. Be very careful.
You versus Tessa.
Tessa.
Mister. I can like hear your voice fraying, and I'm just gonna keep cutting you off because you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I picked Tessa. He's got all the same pieces as I do, except they're better.
Yes.
Frankly.
I mean, you've got some stuff, and you are Nurgle, but it is going to be a hard match for you. I'm gonna pick you.
Oh, weird.
I believe in.
I mean, I don't.
So every time I pick you, you lose, but every time I don't pick you, you win. You're actually just inferior.
I'm sorry. Yeah, his ball carrier's better. His killer's the same. His big guy's better. I mean, he's got all the same things that I do, but they're all just slightly better than mine. Although I am Nurgle. You're right. But I like Tessa. All Stars of Chaos and Grungy Desserts. Well, I picked the Grungy Desserts. I mean, it's 1580 Chaos versus 2240 Nurgle. Do you really need to look at the teams?
Nope.
That's a lot of inducements. Doesn't matter. I'm sorry. That's too much to overcome.
Oh, not you, Tessa. Sorry, Zayzeta.
Oh, yeah. Why do we keep saying Tessa?
There are two. Well, there's a ton of Nurgle coaches in these dudes, and there's a ton of Chaos coaches, and I just start getting the teams mixed.
Okay, well let's back up for a second then. It's the same because Zeta also has the same things that I have but better. So I'd pick Zeta in that same way. Sorry, Tessa.
I still pick you.
I think I'm more favored against Zeta than I am against Tessa, but I still pick Zeta. Sorry.
High Elves versus Necro. So this is Not for Science's team that continues to exist in some capacity. It will have the thrower back because it's going to be an admin result either way.
And which Necro is it?
It's Straddle Scrabbles.
Is it?
There's only one Necro team in Div 1, I think.
Right? What are you looking at?
Go with Gordel versus Scooby in the gang? What are you looking at?
I don't know. Oh, I skipped. Oh man, I'm tired. Okay, I just skipped 3 things down. Why did we skip that initially? I'm so confused.
You did, because I was writing stuff down and then you just started.
Oh, that's why I skipped things. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm tired. Right. Okay. Well, natural one-turner is a hard thing to account for.
I mean, I just can't bet against Not for Science at this stage. Like, every time I do, I lose points. So I'm just going to go with Not for Science. Losing all of his bloaty team seems to have really lit a fire underneath him, and he keeps winning games.
I mean, this is a big one. It's 2 top of the table teams.
No, not quite.
No, he's going to be at 1820. So he gets, what, 90? 90k?
Yeah, 90k.
Hiccups all of a sudden. I am not doing well, apparently. I don't know. So how many big things tackle, I guess? 3? Well, let's make it spicy. I'll take Travel Scrabble.
All right.
Okay, where are we now? Voltrex Vanguard and Murdery Space Self Troop, right?
Correct. So High Elves versus Dark Elves traditionally favors the High Elves pretty hard once they're developed. Not initially, of course, but once they're developed. Voltrex Vanguard is still in great shape, despite kind of having a rough season so far. They are going to be down a guard, but that still leaves them with 2. They've got a great leap catcher that's strength 4. They've got some like Agi 5 wrestle pieces. They've got some Agi 5 recovery pieces. Like I love Ramiset's team.
Don't forget that Motley's team has 4 guard and a Mighty Blow Piling On Witch.
Right. So hilariously guarded, I should say. Also filled with Agi 4 and Strength 5. Doesn't have the leap, doesn't have the movement. I think in Elf-Offs, Dark Elves tend to suffer. Having a human blitzer Witch Elf helps if she doesn't get removed, which she might because she's niggled and, AV7. Ramiset does have mostly AV8, so actually he's got a lot more AV7 than most High Elf teams, and that he's got 3 catchers and an AV busted lineman, but still mostly AV8 on the Linos, which are going to be pretty easy to protect. Doesn't actually have any tackle Mighty Blow, but does have a lot of tackle kicking around, so will get hits on those witches, and has the bench even to kick her if she hits the ground. I What are the inducements like? 1910 versus 1700. Is this a full roster for Motley? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's
8,
missing
9,
one.
10. So he's at 1770 versus.
But he's also got 2
10.
pending levels. So assuming those are normals, he's at 1810.
1810 versus 1910. So he could burn 50k to get a wizard. How's Motley doing in the leaderboard? Not great. So probably not going to burn money to beat Remeset. Doesn't make a lot of sense at this point when you need to buy stuff. Yeah, I still like Remeset, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I like Remeset too, but I'm so worried that the like Mighty Blow and the Guard is just going to be really annoying to deal with.
Well, Guard is less annoying to deal with when you're elves because you just dodge out.
Yeah, that's very true.
You can't just get into a bash scrum. Like, they're not going to scrum it out in the middle. There's going to be some amount of hitting, and there's probably going to be a lot more hitting than an average elf game, but there's nothing to stop the high elves from just leaving most of the time. There's not a lot of tackle.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a good amount of tackle.
If there's
sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't know what those levels are, and that makes it kind of annoying because there could be something really juicy in there, but it's hard to imagine a level, like one level on a lineman that would make a massive difference.
Yeah, I mean, even like a strength lino would not be.
Yeah, I think I was debating it, but I think I'm going to agree with you and go with Remeset. But I think it was pretty.
With a caveat that if Halle-Berry II pops off, this could be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A rough game. Though I think Remeset's actually got a bench too, like a pretty good one.
If the Dark Elves just go and like start murdering elves, yeah, they'll win. But you can never really predict like the one player going crazy.
He's got a bench and he's AV8. It's unlikely that she pops off sufficiently to, get a good kill out of this.
It is unlikely that she pops off sufficiently is a sentence that you just said.
Yeah, my like mix of weird like casual language and really academic language is intentional and really fun for me.
Yeah,
pops off sufficiently is. Yeah, that's good. I like.
Okay, and now in the actual Tessa's team and Archangel. Oh my god, I'm still thinking about pops off sufficiently. Tessa actually and Archangel. So despite me literally pitch clearing Archangel, none of them were injuries, or at least permanent injuries that result him in losing players. So he still got his quote full team with 6 players.
Tessa's got some decent anti tools. Not he's got like 3 tackle. One of them is tackle diving tackle, which is cool. If that doesn't die, it's going to be something for Archangel to watch out for sure.
Darwin's got tentacles, which is fun.
Tentacles. Yeah, I mean this is a pretty good anti-elf team. It's got 4 Mighty Blow. One of it is piling on. There's some guard to make caging feasible.
3 tackle is a big deal as well.
30 player as well, but Archangel's going to get 1 billion inducements.
He's what, 1670, right? I think.
Okay, not that much actually then.
So he gets 340. So wizard, at least, and then another 190. Oh man, like everything in my head is like screaming to pick Tessa. Everything in my heart is telling me to pick Archangel because I just beat him up and I want to cheer him on. You know?
Has he gotten a win yet?
No.
He's so overdue.
Me and Archangel were the both winless teams. So as long as one of us won, somebody was gonna jump out of that.
But I think I like Tessa here.
I like Tessa too, but I'm going to take Archangel because I feel like I need to support him after what I just did to his team.
Fair. And the Rowdy Rebel Rousers versus Battle Brothers. The 3rd Nurgle in a row, I think, for Khalerick. How's your team doing, Khalerick? It was okay. You only lost 2 peasants.
It is the 3rd Nurgle in a row, yeah. But he's almost through the gauntlet. He's got this one, and then he's got me at some point later. But I'm
played Khalerick yet?
I don't think so. No.
Let's see. He's got a level up pending, and he hasn't taken it. It's probably going to be guard and not thick skull. His team is okay. He's lost his ridiculous bench, but he's got 240k, so he can just buy it again.
Yeah.
And he will, I assume.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So he's got 2 bench, which is not enough versus Nurgle, of course. He's playing Atomex, which is not the heftiest Nurgle team, only 1930. So if he buys 1 peasant, he is... Oh, because they're missing their strength. They're missing Luminous, who has gotten armor busted? No. Oh, he's strength. Oh, he's dead. Oh, I missed that. Luminous, the plus strength minus AV, Nurgle warrior.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Big Fs. Yeah, I mean that's going to be a.
Ugh. On the one hand, that sucks because it's so TV inefficient, but on the other hand, do you want a rookie Nurgle warrior with the rest of these players? Yeah. He's going to be rookie forever.
I mean, I guess with Nurgle, you could afford to keep him around.
I'd almost consider the TV inefficiency just to have another block Mighty Blow guard player.
Until you start losing enough that you no longer care about winning games. Yes, I initially was like, that's insane, but I actually think you might have.
I think is assuming it doesn't
like 50k of bloat, but
yeah, but assuming you can afford the 50k of bloat, which you can right now because every
still
other
going to win you games with block guard Mighty Blow.
Yeah. It's really sucks, but he's probably like I kept around a double niggled, double armor busted, or double niggled, armor busted, agi busted warrior for way too long because block guard, tackle, Mighty Blow, claw. It was just a good player that I needed.
So another game with a crazy vampire Pestigore. This Beast of Nurgle is better.
Without
they are
Griff.
Down a Nurgle warrior.
And
he's got no Griff. He's got no wizard. Not that his inducements did a lot last game.
He should get a wizard, shouldn't he? 1930. Remember he's going to drop 90k. He's 10 or 240k, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So he'll be at 17.
With the wizard, I think I actually kind of like Khalerick for that.
He's 1790, right? Next match, so that's 140. So if he spends 10k of his own money, he could get a wizard.
He might.
And assume. Well, if he buys a blocker, or a peasant, he'll have to spend 50k of his own money.
Not that bad though.
No, we'll see. And what is his?
Khalerick. How's Khalerick doing on the leaderboard?
Mid. Like a win would be pretty big, frankly, because he's
put him in the running.
Yeah.
Khalerick is a slow starter and always comes alive at the end. So, I mean, we're at the middle. I don't know what I'm talking about, but.
Man, that's hard.
I'm gonna go with my boy Khalerick. I think he's got it.
If he plays it hard with the wizard, yeah, I think I believe in you. How much tackle does
Atomex have?
Yeah, I always lose the Nurgle teams.
Bottom right hand corner. He's got three.
Two of them are Nurgle warriors though, which aren't exactly speedy. Bird is good.
All right, make a decision. We are going so long.
I don't know. It's so hard.
We're already at 2 hours, and we haven't even touched Div 2 yet.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna kill you.
Khalerick. I'll take Khalerick too.
Alright, cool.
Div 2. We're not at 2 hours, are we?
Yes, we are. I called you 2 hours ago.
We've only been recording for 1 hour and 47 minutes.
I'll still kill you. Going into the schedule, 3 games already played. Wow, guys.
We have to look at the results from last week.
I know, but there were 2 when we started this stream. Or there's 1 when we started the stream, and 2 people have played since then.
This is why we do this on Wednesday, damn it!
Fed was, like, idly listening to this or muted it or something. Well, at least the predictions will be quick. So let's go through the results from last week real quick.
Lumi and Super Fed.
And Rats versus Vamps, we said Fed would win, and Lumi did. So it's another point line.
Go check it out on Luminous's stream. It should still be a VOD somewhere. Please watch it. I think it's good.
All right, your weird self shame on that is it's fine. Lizards versus Nurgle. We predicted the Nurgle would win, and they did. Looks like Nurgle just punched more, got more removals. Not a lot actually. Looks
Mostly
like it was
KOs.
probably just a 2-1 grind. Yeah.
Meanest Greenest Boys. We watched. Who did we predict there?
We had predicted the Orcs would win, and they did.
Okay. And then Bring out your undead and Fogmire Fen Beasts. Did we predict the lizards?
The lizards would win, and the Khemri actually took this one out, 1-0, for Rand getting his first win of the season by beating up a bunch of lizards. How was his regen? Pretty good. So,
The lizards
Rolling
took
Red
7 KOs.
only rolled Kaz, and most of them got back up. So,
and Rolling Red took 1 billion KOs. I would also like to point out that the MVP went to the one Tomb Guardian that has SPP. So
Rand gets nothing.
No.
Brick and Mortary versus Cogs of War. We predicted the Orcs would beat the Dwarfs, and they did 2-0.
Yeah, not unsurprising. The Dwarves didn't have any guard or anything. It was going to be pretty straightforward for the Orcs, I think, to take that out. Oh my god, the Dwarves sustained 8 casualties.
Yeah, just got the crap kicked out of them.
As long as it wasn't the Coltrane that died, I'm happy.
Necro versus Dark Elves. I predicted the Dark Elves, and you predicted the Necro, and the Necro won.
Nice.
Jimmy Burrito coming in with a win. 20 armor breaks on 41 blocks. That's a lot of blocks. And to 38. They actually just punched each other a lot.
Thanks, Jim
But
Murphy.
the Dark Elves taking a lot of damage there, so
6
point for you and a
casualties.
point away from me.
And then the Clicheos versus Average Joe's Gym. We were going to watch this, but it expired during the first cast, annoyingly enough, and we were dumb and didn't press watch ahead of time. This
Big
is
Chuck
spoiling us
getting-
from doing things on Wednesday normally.
7 Kaz on 13 breaks, so that'll do it.
Yep.
Just 9 casualties sustained for Average Joe's, just got pitch cleared, so
And then 2-1.
easy win there for Big
So who's played? Superfed, Dark Elves, Fiction, Big Chuck, Luminous, and Rolling Red have all had ridiculous blowout games in the last day. But so keep that in mind when we look at the leaderboard. People could jump up. But it turns out the only person that really matters for is Too Awesome. Right? Yes. So Superfed, Luminous, and Fiction are all taking this div right. That's going to be a fun battle for the top positions between, those three names,
some
certainly.
very big names, yes.
But they're 4-1-1, and then Too Awesome is 4-1-0. So anything but a loss this week will put him in first over the other 3. But I don't
Too
know.
Awesome is my favorite team for sure to win the div. But it's hard to count out, Fed Fiction or Lumi, obviously. So,
Yeah.
what is this? Top 2 go to, or top 2 or 3 go to?
I think it's
playoffs?
3. I think it's 3, and then challengers, if I recall correctly, and then Div 1 is just 4 playoff spots.
Yeah, Florida playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised. Oof, yeah, that's actually interesting. Of those 4, who do you think are the 3 tickets? If that's who you think the 3 tickets are. Not that Big Chuck is in any way out of the running.
I don't know.
Jimmy is a little farther behind, but Chuck is only 2 points behind the big pack, except for Too Awesome, who is probably. Let's see. Let's actually look at Too Awesome. Too Awesome is playing Jimmy Burrito. So Jimmy Burrito's fate is in his own hand right now.
That's a huge match.
Oh, actually, no, because I just said that Jimmy Burrito's a little bit farther behind.
Well, he's not much behind.
Big Chuck really wants Jimmy Burrito to win this, but it's not going to be an easy game. Right, we predicted at the start of the round. It's being played literally at this moment.
I have a hard time predicting which one of those would make the playoffs without looking, because you have to go through and see who's played who, right? Luminous has already played Superfed, but I don't think Fiction has played either one of them yet, for example. So you'd have to go through and see what the schedule is between those 4 coaches to make that
Too
decision.
Awesome and Luminous are playing next week, which is going to be really interesting. We might watch that.
Mm-hmm.
We've already watched Vamps and we've already watched Orcs, but that's such a big game that we might, at
Yeah,
this point
once we hit about halfway through the season, we start to prioritize the matches that are at the top of the table for playoff implications and stuff.
Right, for the good of your throat, let's just do these predictions and end the stream. Bring out your undead versus Average Joe's Gym. Let's see what state Average Joe's is in. They took 9 casualties last game. Duberman's team is 1290. No perms in terms of anything listed. Some stuff is no longer here, perhaps. I'm not really sure. So not a whole lot. Has a Mighty Blow, has a Wrestle. Tackle has a Wrestle Leap, has a Guard. Versus
3 tackle?
Bring out your undead versus Rand's team. But this is Broken Khemri. Broken Khemri do not do very well against elves, especially elves that are mostly armor 8. And they get some inducements. Not a lot of inducements, but some, I think. And they're down their star Throw Raw, who has
which is a problem, yeah.
Just an
3
image.
to 210. So that's actually what 15. The high elves will be at 1500. So they're basically dead even.
Okay, I think the high elves win.
I agree with you. I mean, tackle piling on might do a thing, but he's kind of the only player that is really going to be a problem. And the elves can probably take out a few skeletons of their own. Tomb Guardians without guard is going to make it hard. Ball on the floor, etc.
Yep. Meanest, greenest boys versus thick, rich, and creamy. We already predicted. It's about to end, I would imagine, but I think Orcs beat.
Yeah, we both took Orcs, I think, on that one. Secret Lizard Overlords and Cogs of War 4. Well, I mean, Cogs of War, if I recall, just took 8 casualties, and unless those are all badly hurt, this could look like a sad dwarf team. Coltrane is fine, thankfully, and there's only one player out, but it is a blitzer.
And Secret Lizard Overlords are up at 1830. They've got their full complement of Saurus and Crocs, including a good bit of guard and some nice skinks. I think lizards traditionally do well in this matchup and will do particularly well in this one. The Death Roller is really good in this matchup.
It is.
Can't dodge out. Strength 7 is very hard for them to deal with, but they can just quick score. So unless is it in, and it's not in the Bribe Stadium. So
if it was in the Bribe Stadium, I'd be more inclined to take the dwarves. But the lizards, they're not going to be able to knock over the Death Roller unless they expose their skinks, which they don't want to do. But they just quick score, and it turns out movement 9 or movement 8 is really difficult for movement 4 to keep up with. So I think I'm gonna go with the lizards, assuming they quick score. Queen of Lizardbeth is a great name, by the way.
Last but not least, 2060 Nurgle versus 1280 lizards.
2060 Nurgle.
Yes.
I mean, lizards really dislike Nurgle once Nurgle start getting claw, and it turns out 2060 Nurgle have claw. And 1280 lizards also don't have a Croxagore, which is one of the things you can have, some strength on to be annoying with. But I want to take lizards there, and we don't have anything else to predict because you guys are keeners and have played all the games. Let's bring up the title screen then, I guess, shall we? We'll be back to our regularly scheduled reviews, and we'll go back to being a little more in depth with things. Next week when I am A, not sick, and B, we're back on our normal time schedule. But I am officially back from all my nonsense of being gone for 2 out of the last 3 weeks. So there'll be some more Steakmittens streams. Clan coming up, REL will be coming up, and I've got Imperium has started again, so I'm really looking forward to getting a couple Imperium games in. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. We'll be back at you next Wednesday, ideally. I think you said you might reschedule your tabletop thing though.
Oh, but I'll try to keep Wednesdays free. So no.
Okay.
And it's definitely not a thing this week, so that's fine.
Okay, so we'll see everybody next Wednesday. Hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody is ready to go back to sort of regular scheduled things. I'm sorry about the weirdness of the last couple weeks. And Superfed has a one-turner.
Finally got an interesting player. I'm proud of you.
Well, time for me to start cheering for it to die.
I've rolled only normals on my Skaven on 9 level ups at this point. And I am.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go stop talking now.
It's a good idea. Drink some tea.
I got some water. Maybe tea. We will see you guys next week. And until then, I'm in Steakmittens.
And I'm Shadorra.
We'll see you guys then.